Today on Newsbytes, they're listening when you play this game. Will fossil fuels be phased out globally, and were these mass graves ever real? Stick around for these bites and more, all on today's Newsbytes. Okay, real quick, Russia shifted its nuclear-capable Sarmat missile system to combat mode. Putin announced earlier this year Sarmats would be deployed soon, calling them a unique weapon that can overcome anti-missile defenses. Sarmat, nicknamed Satan II by NATO, replaces older ICBMs called Satan. They can reportedly carry up to 15 nuclear warheads with a 6,200-mile or 10,000-plus kilometer range. All right, here's the scoop. EU countries are preparing to push for a global deal on phasing out fossil fuels at the COP28 climate summit in November. A draft of the EU's negotiating position calls for a global phase-out of unabated fossil fuels. This would be the first ever UN climate deal to gradually end the use of CO2-emitting fossil fuels and globally. The draft says energy sectors should be largely fossil fuel-free, quote, well ahead of 2050. A similar proposal won backing from over 80 countries at COP27 but faced resistance from Saudi Arabia and other oil producers. The EU expects pushback but hopes a deal will be reached. Okay, check this out. With total inflation up nearly 16% and job numbers revised down from 209K to 105K, Biden today gave a questionless press conference where he touted the great American economy. Watch.
And today we have the strongest economy in the world, the lowest inflation rate among the major economies, 13.5 million new jobs, thanks to the Inflation Reduction Act, which I might add, not a single member of the other party voted for. We're making the most significant investment in clean energy and combating the existential threat of climate change that's ever been made anywhere in the world. The Financial Times and the Wall Street Journal have heard me say it before, started calling my plan Bidenomics. It's working.
All right, here's the latest. After claims of mass graves at former Canadian Catholic and government residential schools in 2021, recent excavations have not found any human remains. During and after the 1880s, approximately 150,000 Native children attended the schools with the goal of cultural assimilation. Conditions were considered harsh, but evidence that thousands of children were killed and buried at the schools has gone unfounded for 2 years. Because of this, since 21, dozens of churches were burned across Canada, with Trudeau pledging $40 billion to Native welfare settlements. A number of experts caution against the claims, but they've been labeled genocide deniers. A group excavated 14 sites at a former school in Manitoba this summer, but no remains were uncovered. All right, in case you missed it, the US government just launched an official UFO tracking and reporting site. Take a look at some of the clips they feature. Okay, Activision is implementing AI to monitor voice chat for harassment, hate speech, and bullying in their Call of Duty games. The ToxMod tool uses machine learning to analyze speech in real time. 90 million people play Call of Duty monthly. The AI categorizes toxicity, then humans decide if action is needed. Players can't opt out unless they disable voice chat entirely. It's currently rolled out in the US only, with a full launch in the next game on November 10th. Over 75% of all US households include someone who plays video games, approximately 214 million gamers. Companies and console manufacturers are expected to release similar tools in the coming years. Those are today's bites, which are on our website at Disclose.tv. Subscribe, hit the bell, and leave your comments below.